Ba-ba-da-ba, this is a beauty video. So the following content that you're about to watch will feature loud-ass birds, because I have two of them, and they like to do a thing called not shutting the fuck up. Is it annoying? Yes. Can I do anything about it? No. So, sorry. Hello, internet. So today is going to be kind of a drugstore dupe kind of thing. This is my first time doing something like this, and it's super weird for me. But if you'd like to see the products that I use to achieve this very basic, everyday kind of look, then please keep on watching and I will show them to you. Beep, 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 beep. Voiceover time, let's go. Bleep. So today I'll be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer, which is a Smashbox dupe. This has actually been referred to me by a lot of my friends and a lot of the internet, and I was really curious to see what it would be like. It's actually really interesting because it's got like almost a silicone-y, slippery feel to it, but it does hydrate fairly well. Like, I'm not gonna say that it's like the Hangover RX moisture bomb for your face, but she's alright. If you want something that has a little bit of extra moisture, this would definitely not be the one. So next up is foundation. I am using the LA Girl Pro Matte in Natural Tan, and I will also be using a NYX blender for my blending out purposes. So when I was doing some research for this video on the internet, this foundation actually came up as a dupe for the Kat Von D Lock-It Longwear foundation. So that is why I decided I was going to try that out today. And to be really honest, I've tried a lot of drugstore sponges that have considered themselves to be dupes for the Beauty Blender, and none of them quite measure up, and the NYX blender is definitely my favorite one out of all of them. So that's why I'm using it. I'm not gonna lie, something I noticed while I was applying this to my face was that it definitely looked, like, I know on the camera it looks a little more yellow. On my face, it looked straight orange. Like, after it took some time, it dried down, it definitely adjusted itself to my actual face skin color a little bit better, but like, homegirl was orange when she came out. I have tried the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation before, and I have to say I really like the LA Girl Pro Wear Pro Matte foundation just because it's super lightweight, and that was something that I did not feel like I got with the Kat Von D. It was super cakey, and I am not a fan of that. The NYX sponge is good, but it's not as soft as the Beauty Blender is. Still on the hunt for a dupe for that. Okay, so the next product that we're going to be using is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C7. Literally everybody on the internet says that this is the dupe for Shape Tape, and to be honest, I've been a little tired of Shape Tape lately, so when this came to my local Ulta, I jumped on this. I actually really liked this. It definitely felt lighter in weight, but the coverage was still there, which was super important. And it looks like right now I'm going to be blending it with my NYX blender as per usual. But anyway, the only issue I found with this is that it did start to crease underneath my eyes, and I really did not like that, because I mean, come on dude, why you gotta be like that? But it was $7, so how mad am I gonna be? So the next product that I have here is the Ulta Beauty Mineral Blush in the shade Stargazer. I have been on the hunt looking for a Kat Von D Lolita blush dupe, and oh, it also looks like I'm using the e.l.f. blush brush. Sorry, but try and say that 5 times fast. Blush brush, blush brush, blush brush. Like, it's hard. Can't do it. I've been on the hunt looking for a Kat Von D Lolita dupe, and I read somewhere that the red ochre shade from the Modern Renaissance palette is super similar to the Kat Von D Lolita blush, so I took my Modern Renaissance palette and I found the thing that was closest to that. So the next thing that I'm going to be using is the Flower Beauty Ultimate Matte Setting Powder. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Kat Von D Translucent Setting Powder that also has Velvet Blur technology. I actually super liked this. It was, oh, it looks like I'm going in with a Wet n Wild powder brush. I really liked how fine milled this was. I always prefer my setting powders to be really more finely milled. I just don't really not quite sure why. Definitely a personal preference. This did have almost a little bit of like an odd smell to it. I wish I knew how to explain it. It smells like almost a little chemically, but she held my makeup. So I'm like not gonna really complain about that. And it kept me looking matte like literally all day. So once again, I'm not gonna complain. It looks like I'm using the puff. I'll puff a little bit of powder into my nose because I normally wear glasses in real life and my face is very oily. So if I don't control that foundation, it will move. All right, so I'm gonna wipe off the extra and then I'm gonna move on to brows. So I'm gonna be using now the e.l.f. Brow Definer in dark brown. I try and show it to the camera, but my lighting makes that physically impossible. So I've tried the NYX Auto Brow, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia brow pencils, and I like it a lot. If anything, I actually like it a lot more than the Anastasia pencils, and I really wanted to give this one a try and a shot instead, since this one has also come strongly recommended to me from people that I know in real life / on the internet. I really actually like this a lot. I like the spoolie end that it comes with too, because the brush end of the Auto Brow is super stiff and hurts my face when I try and comb through my little brow hairs. The only thing that I wish is that I really wish that the tip on this kind of had like some kind of triangle or teardrop shape. Kind of think of like the Benefit brow pencils, which are personally my favorite brow pencils, just because I got some thick and hairy brows, so like a little teeny tiny fine point, it's gonna take forever for me to fill my brows. Overall, I think my brows came out looking really good with this, and they held up really well throughout the day. The only thing I had not gotten a chance to test them out with is to see if they are waterproof or water resistant, because I believe my favorite brow pencil, the Benefit Goof Proof pencil, is waterproof, and I definitely like that. Next up is the Makeup Revolution Light and Shade Palette, which is a dupe for the Kat Von D Shade and Light Palette. So I'm going to be going in with my Real Techniques number 200 brush from their Precious Metals collection into that pale whitish color to go all over the lid. Something to note with this palette is that it definitely, if you're looking for it to show up in like a camera or in photography, you definitely need to pack a lot of it on. But in real life, a little bit of this went a super long way. So definitely that is something that I want to note with this. We're going to be taking that like kind of lightly orangey shade, and with the same brush, I'm going to be taking it into the crease to kind of warm that up. I definitely also noticed with this, because like I said before, actually, I don't know if I said it. I've used this palette already a couple of times, and I really do genuinely actually like it, but for some reason, the orange that normally just a little bit of dabs will take, then it'll show up very nicely in the crease. It just wasn't working out with that brush. I switched over to a Wet n Wild crease brush, and we're definitely gonna pack in that pigment. Alright, so I forgot how long it actually takes me to like put a good amount of orange into my crease, so we're just gonna fast forward. Taking the same Wet n Wild crease brush, I'm gonna go into this kind of brownie chestnutty color, and we're gonna, what are we planning on doing with that, Rojas? Alright, come on, today, girl. Alright, looks like we're gonna throw it into the outer crease section to kind of give it a little bit more definition. And just the way we would in math class, what we do to one side of the equation, we're gonna do right to the other. Alright, this is taking too long, so let's fast forward. I'm gonna be moving on to this dark brown shade. It also looks like I switched up my brush. I moved on to a smaller detailer brush, and I'm just gonna be using some of that dark brown just to really deepen the work that I've been doing. I'm not really going for something like super high glam. I'm just looking for something a little bit softer, a little bit more natural, just, you know, on my way to work, that kind of life. Taking this like flat detailer brush, I'm gonna go back into this orange shade and just place it all over the lid. I note that I was originally trying to go for like a full matte look, only using the palette, but as you're about to see, I got very bored of that very quickly. I like a little bit of shimmer or a little bit of metallic in my eye looks, and I was kind of prepping to do that. I purchased the Catrice Aqua Fresh Highlighting Eyeshadow in the shade Luminous Sensation. One of my friends recommended this to me. She says the texture of it is super like, almost like jelly, kind of think of like the Farcelli Jelly Beam highlighter. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try that out. Like, come on, dude. Especially since the price of the Aqua Fresh is $7.99 and the price of the Farcelli is like, what, $30, $40 at Sephora? Like, I'm so good. So next I'm going to be taking a Wet n Wild fan brush and be going into this e.l.f. highlighter. It looks like it's some kind of collab, but I just honestly thought that the packaging was really cute, and it's called Coffees and Cream. Like, that's freaking adorable. I was like, hell yeah. So I don't really have necessarily a dupe for this. I really liked it and I wanted it, and it was like for $6, so I was gonna buy it. I'm taking my brush and I'm swirling in between both colors. One of the first things I noticed with this was that even though it showed up fairly quickly and fairly well on my skin, it was very glittery, and I don't like that in a highlighter at all. Also, this brush was terrible and it sucked and I hated it. So definitely sticking to my It Cosmetics, I think it's called Empress fan brush. I definitely want to give this highlighter another shot with my Empress fan brush just to see whether or not maybe that'll pick up what more of the softer luminous highlighter that the highlighter says that it is and that it does, or if this is just meant to be a glittery bomb on my face. Because this brush was the fucking worst. Like, I think at this point I noticed that it's not picking up in the camera, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, let's see what I can do to try and make this work. So I'm also gonna, this is when I was trying to highlight my nose and I kept getting like glitter up my eye and in my nose. Like, what a good time. So coordinated, so skilled. So I'm gonna take this Catrice Aquafresh eyeshadow thing again, and I'm gonna kind of place it over the work that I've done. Hindsight being 2020, definitely should have put down that first and then done highlighter. But I really just wanted a little bit more highlight. Like, that's what I wanted. Yeah, see, because you can see that the jelly texture over the powder is like super confused and doesn't want to lay properly, which is why I got little stripies on my face. So we're just gonna buff that out with my NYX blender and we're just gonna hope that it all comes together. Oh, Victoria! I forgot to put some of this fiber gel. I'm just gonna do it right now. I'm using the Essence Make Me Brow Volumizing. It says that you can use, it's a volumizing fiber gel that you can use for mascara or eyebrows. And today I will only be using it on my eyebrows. I use it in the darkest shade, which I believe is shade 3. So next up is gonna be the Milani Eye Tech Extreme Liquid Eyeliner in Blackest Black, which I purchased for $7.99 at Ulta. I'm gonna be obviously doing a winged eyeliner look. Well, I guess it's not really obvious, but if you know me in real life, then I guess it is pretty obvious. This came to a couple of really mixed reviews, but I really wanted to see how it could hold up to the Kat Von D ink liner. I know everyone rants and raves about the tattoo liner, but I prefer a felt tip marker. I was looking for a felt tip eyeliner. Ooh, around this time, I think I noticed that I accidentally stabbed myself like right in the center of my eyelid, and I'm like, like fucking A. What am I gonna do? But I was like, well, I'm gonna finish this eyeliner first. Like, I know you're not supposed to pull your lid, but I was like, nope, fuck it. Listen, we gotta cover that shit up before it dries. Like, I gotta get in this gig. Like, it is what it is. All right, so at this point, I was not fucking around. I took a flat detailer brush. I took a little bit of my Catrice eyeshadow and just covered it up. All right, and now I'm just curling my eyelashes so that I can prep them for some mascara. I have very thick eyelashes, but they point down. They rest very flat, very droopy, so mascara for me is always a must. So here I am with my mascara. I forgot to show it before I put it on, so I will be showing it after, but it is the Flower Beauty Lash Warrior in Blackest Black. Came really, one of my friends told me about this, and she was like, oh my god, yeah, like everyone's talking about it on the internet right now. And I'm like, shit, I must be on like different parts of the internet, because I didn't see that. But I'm always up to trying new mascara, so what the fuck not? Oh my god, y'all, we're finally in the last part. We're doing lipstick. I almost said lip liner, and that's not lip liner. But this is Flower Beauty in Rosewood. This was one of the first things that came up as a dupe for Kat Von D's Lolita, and you know I had to try it on it. Try it on it? What the fuck? Whatever, but I said that. But you know how to try it, so I did. I really liked this liquid lipstick formula. A lot of people have been raving to me about the Flower Beauty liquid lipstick, and it does deliver. It's very lightweight. It feels like nothing is on your lip, and it does not dry them out, and it's pretty long lasting. 10 out of 10, definitely would recommend. I actually think I will be purchasing a few other shades. And it looks like now I am putting on my setting spray, which is the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Setting Spray. I believe it is $15.99, and I genuinely freaking love it. It's definitely my favorite drugstore setting spray. I feel like the NYX and the Maybelline ones didn't really do anything for me, so it definitely would recommend. Keeps my makeup right in place. Honestly, I would even recommend this one over the Urban Decay All Nighter. It's half the price, and it does the job. And that's the end of my video. It looks like I forgot to film an outro, because, you know, I am a professional beauty guru. So, bye!